no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target.
And that's caught inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. Brandon, I know you play the fantasy football game, and Adrian Peterson has to be a popular pick for owners. But this year, a tough season for him. A knee injury early limited him to 72 yards total for the season.
Yeah, early indeed. Week 2 on that knee injury. So 72 yards, as you said, for the year. Came back, admirable, hoping to get him into the playoffs, but didn't look like he was ready to return.
One guy I never count out, though, is Adrian Peterson. I expect a monster return in 2017.
So the offense has it first and 10. It's AP, Adrian Peterson, fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson, 67 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's second down. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Breeze going to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Linval Joseph is in a hurry to get his name mentioned as one of the top defensive tackles in the game. I think he's accomplishing his goal.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Breeze will try again on second down. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time. Breeze hooking up with Cooks. 44 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and then the cold middle. It was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was, and when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November, I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. So that made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
On third down, Bradford. And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up a fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Green 39. Green 39.
On 4th down, they do snap it. Bradford. And he's able to find Diggs. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They come out here in the eye. They run again with Peterson. Uses the stiff arm. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Adrian Peterson. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And here's Lewis. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. For Ingram, he topped the 1,000-yard mark this year for the first time in his 6-year career.
Didn't he just come out of Alabama last year?
That's what it feels like, right?
I mean,
hard
it's
to
amazing.
believe 6 seasons he's had.
Won a Heisman Trophy there, finally over 1,000 yards as a pro, and he increased his number of long runs, becoming a much better ball carrier into the secondary.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2nd down following the run.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Being chased out left, and that is incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Peterson. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Wow, that one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing them incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the 1st down.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks.
And the ball is knocked out. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll come out in the pistol. Bradford now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clip.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Breeze on third down. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Now Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
An interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 9th play of the drive now on third and a country mile. Now a play fake. Breeze. Under pressure, they got him again. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Here's Breeze to throw. He gets it to Cooks. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters. Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, Peterson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They come out here in the eye. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jxnx14. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They run once more with McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there, and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Here's Bradford. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They come up in an offset eye. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second-guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position. Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 21 yards away. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Breeze is going to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Again, Peterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Give him 18 on that makings of first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bradford now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go. Ace. Rush in. Zing. Left. Zing. Here we go.
Second down, Bradford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sterling Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a third down. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. In motion right is Thomas. Now Breeze. Got to have this one. And he's got Snead. It's a gain of 5, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. They'll roll him out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. on second down. Bradford again. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They run again on first down. Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Bradford on second down. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, Bradford. That's caught at the 1. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Oh, look at this play call. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards. And the offense lining up first and 10.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Breeze throwing on under pressure, and they got to him again. Anthony Barr in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And fourth down coming up.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to loft one. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 51 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Even scored late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They come out here in the eye. A toss play. This is Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Bradford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's got some space here. 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And now following that play, we've got a man down defensively, one of the members of the secondary. And we'll just hope he's all right to continue. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Bradford. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And quickly, they get to the line. In his career, he has a spell of 10 straight seasons, 4,000 yards or more. Only quarterback to do that. We're seeing more of it here in this one.
You better not take it for granted, because what we're watching, it's vintage Drew Brees, but it still is excellent. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out So many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Flater, right side. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Bradford going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. It doesn't matter. We have our final score. They had already won. This game is over.